Okay, I'm gonna check my audio and then I'm gonna get ready to read numbers and continue on with my what did God say I only study. I don't call it a study in the title, but to me it is like a study. So let me just check the audio, make sure we're good. I think we are, but I'm not 100% sure. Sometimes the audio acts up, so. Oh, that's my other channel. um, I switched accounts. Huh, I guess I did. Okay. Home. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see what the audio sounds like. Okay, okay, we got that checked. Let's get this thing going. I haven't been on camera as much lately, but that's because when I put my camera in the corner, it cuts off some of the words. So I haven't been getting on camera. I mean, my camera be on, but you just don't see me. I just don't have it on the screen. So maybe I should leave it like that. All right, so we're gonna do the Book of Numbers tonight, whatever time it is for y'all. For me, it's 8:02 Eastern time. So I can already see in the heading it's talking about the first census of Israel, and it shows the cross references. Um, so it says the Lord spoke to Moses. So God is talking immediately. So that's something that I'm gonna try to follow along in my physical copy because I gotta highlight in orange all God says. So it says the Lord spoke to Moses in the wilderness of Sinai. Okay, they still in Sinai. Well, in the wilderness of Sinai. And the tent of meeting. Okay. On the first day of the second month, in the second year after they had come out, Drose TV says, what you think of the Kabbalah? Haven't read enough of it to give you a good opinion, but so far, the little I've read, it seems good, but I haven't read much. So I'm not the best person to ask, but my mind isn't against it. I'm open to reading it. I already have it, by the way. I've been looking for it for a while and I finally found one. So I did get one a while back, but I just haven't read much of it. So I can't really give you a good opinion on it. Other than that, it's right over there. It's not that long of a book either. It's something you could probably read in 2 months if you really focus on it. Yeah, you can read that in less than 2 months. Yeah, you can. Because I'm looking at the thickness of it. Yeah, because, well, I guess depending on how much time you got. So let me take that back. But yeah. So anyway, yeah, that's my thoughts on that, man. I can't speak any further on it because I have no idea what's all in it. So I can't speak about what I don't know about entirely anyway. So verse one, I ain't even finished verse one, did I? Heck no, I don't think so. But I know I was at the part where it says on the first day of the second month in the second year after they had come out of the land of Egypt, saying, take a census. Okay. So let me just put all this together real quick. The Lord spoke to Moses in the wilderness. Uh-huh. Okay. And God is telling him to take a census. Okay, cool. Take a census of the whole congregation of Israelites in their clans, my bad, by ancestral houses, according to the number of names, every male individually, from 20 years old and upward, everyone in Israel able to go to war. You and Aaron shall enroll them, company by company, a man from each tribe shall be with you, each man the head of his ancestral house. These are the names of the men who shall assist you. From Reuben. Okay. Before I read all that, let me make a note on that right there. On this, where is it? I got a lot of little studies I was doing. Studies I got to go back to too. Uh-oh. Key study. That one was easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I got that from a game. Oh man. I think I just saw it. What did God say on that? Leviticus. Oh, I finished Leviticus stuff. Finally. I started this originally. What did God say only? I had the idea to do this study in January, and I'm only in Numbers. Ain't that sad? Pretty freaking sad to me. Well, it's not good. I slacked off for 6 months though, and then I came back to really focus on the study. Let me see. So what did God say only? Numbers. Let me write this down. What did God say only? Number. How many chapters is it in Numbers anyway? I need to figure that out. I wonder how long it's going to take to read. Ooh, okay, we got 31. I see. Is that it? 33, 34, 36. We got 36 chapters. Okay. All right. I'm going to write that down just so I'll know. 36 chapters. I'll probably forget, but whatever. Y'all can ask whatever y'all want while I'm doing this too, and I'll catch up. So this Saturday. And the date. All right, got it. Now my little note is Numbers 1:1. Because I know it's another census that's coming up, and it seemed like it was a bad thing to do, but right here I don't think it's going to be, because it seems like God told Moses to do it. I don't know if God told Daniel to do it. I think he might have. I gotta check and compare these two to see why was one bad, why was one good. I think Israel was sinning at that point, and he wanted to punish them. I think that's what happened with the other. God tells Moses to do a census. All right, cool. Okay, well, what, verse 6? 6. Okay, it says, from Reuben, Elizur, son of Shedior, however you would say that. From Simeon well, don't say to, but Shelu Mael, I wonder what that means. Son of Zeris Shaddai. Oh, Shaddai, cool. I don't know what that means. From Judah, Nahshon, son of Aminadab, from Issachar, Nathaniel. No, that's not Nathaniel. That's Nathaniel. Okay, gotcha. Because it don't have that U in it. I was thinking Nathaniel or Nathaniel, but there's no U, so I can't say it that way. Son of Zuar, from Zebulun, Eliab, son of Helon, from the sons of Joseph, from Ephraim, Elishama, son of Ammihud from Manasseh. Gamaliel, son of Pedazur. Let me scroll down. From Benjamin. Abidan, son of, that reminds me of Gideon, but it's not Gideon. It's Gideon I. Gideon I, yeah. Okay, I never heard of that one before. From Dan. Ahiezer, son of Amishadai. From Asher. Pagiel, son of Otran. From Gad. Eliasaph, son of Duel. Duel, that's cool. I don't know what it means though. From Gad. Oh yeah, that's one I just read 15. From Naphtali, Ahira, son of Enan. These were the ones chosen from the congregation, the leaders of their ancestral tribes. The heads of the divisions of Israel, Moses and Aaron took these men who had been designated by name, and on the first day of the second month they assembled the whole congregation together. They registered themselves in their clans by their ancestral houses, according to the number of names from 20 years old and upward, individually as the Lord commanded Moses. So he enrolled them in the wilderness of Sinai. The descendants of Reuben, Israel's firstborn, their lineage and their clans by their ancestral houses, according to the number of names individually, every male from 20 years old and upward, everyone able to go to war. Those enrolled of the tribe of Reuben were 46,500. 46,500, okay. The descendants of Simeon, their lineage and their clans by their ancestral houses, those of them that were numbered according to the number of names, individually every male from 20 years old and upward, everyone able to go to war. Those enrolled of the tribe of Simeon were 59,300. The descendants of Gad, their lineage and their clans by their ancestral houses, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, everyone able to go to war. Those enrolled of the tribe of Gad were 45,650. The descendants of Judah, their lineage and their clans by their ancestral houses, according to the number of names, from 20 years old and upward, everyone able to go to war. Those enrolled of the tribe of Judah were 74,600. The descendants of Issachar, their lineage and their clans by their ancestral houses, according to the number of names from 20 years old and upward, everyone able to go to war. Those enrolled of the tribe of Issachar were 54,400. The descendants of Zebulun, their lineage and their clans by their ancestral houses, according to the number of names, from 20 years old and upward, everyone able to go to war. Those enrolled of the tribe of Zebulun were 57,400. The descendants of Joseph, namely the descendants of Ephraim, their lineage and their clans, by their ancestral houses, according to the number of names, from 20 years old and upward, everyone able to go to war. Those enrolled of the tribe of Ephraim were 40,500. The descendants of Manasseh, their lineage and their clans, by their ancestral houses, according to the number of names, from 20 years old and upward, everyone able to go to war. Those enrolled of the tribe of Manasseh were 32,200. The descendants of Benjamin, their lineage. Oh, it's the last one, I think. Oh no, we got Dan next. I'm used to the way they go down from Reuben, the first one, to the last one, which is Benjamin. So I'm thinking that Benjamin's the last one, but they're not going in order. So never mind. The descendants of Benjamin, their lineage in their clans by their ancestral houses, according to the number of names, from 20 years old and upward, everyone able to go to war. Those enrolled of the tribe of Benjamin were 35,400. The descendants of Dan, their lineage and their clans by their ancestral houses, according to the number of names, from 20 years old and upward. Everyone able to go to war, those enrolled of the tribe of Dan were 62,700. Just as an estimate, I think it's over 400,000 so far. These descendants of Asher, their lineage in their clans, by their ancestral houses, according to the number of names, from 20 years old and upward. Everyone able to go to war, those enrolled of the tribe of Asher, were 41,500. The descendants of Naphtali, their lineage, I haven't heard Levi. I don't think Levi is going to be named. Levi, because they were the priests, so I don't think I don't know. But anyway, the descendants of Naphtali, their lineage and their clans by their ancestral houses, according to the number of names, from 20 years old and upward. Everyone able to go to war. Those enrolled of the tribe of Naphtali were 53,400. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't remember hearing Levi out of that, so I don't think Levi is going to be in that due to the priesthood. So it says these are those who were enrolled, whom Moses and Aaron enrolled with the help of the leaders of Israel. 12 men. Oh, Levi was replaced by Joseph's second portion. That makes sense. Okay, cool. Which is why we had Manasseh and Ephraim for Joseph, and Levi was out. That makes sense. Okay, cool. All right. 12 men, each representing his ancestral house, 45. So the whole number of the Israelites by their ancestral houses from 20 years old and upward, everyone able to go to war in Israel. Their whole number was 600. Oh, I'm glad they told me. Their whole number was 603,550, because I was like, yeah, it's got to be over 400,000 by now. The Levites, however, were not numbered. That's what I was talking about. Okay. Confirms what I was thinking. The Levites, however, were not numbered by their ancestral tribe along with them. The Lord had said to Moses, only the tribe of Levi you shall not enroll, and you shall not take a census of them with the other Israelites. Rather, you shall appoint the Levites over the tabernacle of the covenant and over all its equipment and over all that belongs to it. They are to carry the tabernacle and all its equipment, and they shall tend it and shall camp around the tabernacle. 51, when the tabernacle is to set out, the Levites shall take it down. And when the tabernacle is to be pitched, the Levites shall set it up. And any outsider who comes near shall be put to death. Dang. The other Israelites shall, wait, before I read further, I want to get 47. Let me make a note of that. 47 through 51, I think. I don't really need it, but yeah, I'll just get to 51. Cool. This is something I did not know. So I had to make a note of that. Brother S.P. Hicks says Numbers 114. Let's see. DUL, Hebrew name meaning they know God. Source Strong's Hebrew and Greek Dictionary 1845. Yeah, I could have did that too. Thank you for sharing that. If you feel like doing any more names for me or words, thank you, Brother SP. But I ain't want to take too much time and be clicking on, because I'm telling you, somewhere in here, I'm going to be a nerd, and I'm known for it. So I ain't want to, I ain't want to do it, but thank you. Because I could have did it. But I was like, nah, I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. So yeah, I appreciate it. But at some point, trust me, I'm gonna be a nerd. But right now, try not to do it. Because it's a number of things that I thought about, but I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna put y'all through it right now. So I think we're on 52, maybe. Yeah, 52. It says the other Israelites shall camp in their respective regimental camps. Never had to pronounce that word before, ever. By companies, but the Levites shall camp around the tabernacle of the covenant, that there may be no wrath on the congregation of the Israelites, and the Levites shall perform the guard. Oh, hold on, let me read what you said. Well, let me finish this verse and I'll read what you said. Let me see. The Levites shall perform the guard duty of the tabernacle of the covenant. All right, let's see. Is that the last verse? Oh, I might as well finish that too. The Israelites did so. They did just as the Lord commanded Moses. So God pretty much talked the whole time in that chapter. Okay, so you said I go thought it do. Oh, okay. All right. The order of encampment and marching. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm gonna just do my little highlighting real quick. Okay, that last verse, the Israelites. I don't need that one, but I need everything else. This is how it be like when I'm reading lately from Leviticus, and it started in Exodus. If from books from beginning to the end of the Bible. But I'll just tell you this and then I'll keep going. Like if y'all see the title of the video, what did God say, only in Numbers, but from Exodus to really, yeah, well, no, it wasn't like that in Genesis. But God talks almost the whole chapter. And most, like, when I go back through and highlight everything in Leviticus God said, it's pretty much everything. It's pretty much every word in the whole book of Leviticus. Almost every word in there, God is coming from God. Like a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people are familiar with Christ's words being in red, but nobody has put God words in a specific color, or it's just not many things out there that just specify what God said only that I know of. But this is probably why, because it's so huge, it's so vast, because God talks a lot. And some people don't think so, but God talks a lot. God talk like that whole last chapter almost. God was talking the whole time, almost, except for that last verse, pretty much. Let me see. Then this one says, chapter 2, verse 1, the Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron, saying, he starts off talking. So let me go and highlight that. And then he goes on to say, the Israelites shall camp each in their respective regiments under ensigns by their ancestral houses. They shall camp facing the tent of meeting on every side. Those two camp on the east side toward the sunrise shall be of the regimental encampment of Judah by companies. The leader of the people of Judah shall be Nahshon, the son of Amminadab, with a company as enrolled of 74,600. Those to camp next to him shall be the tribe of Issachar. The leader of the Issacharites. That's one of the first times I've ever seen that. Issacharites. I'm familiar with Issachar, but Issacharites, different. Shall be Nathanael, son of Zuar, with a company as enrolled of 54,400. Then the tribe of Zebulun, the leader of the Zebulunites, shall be Eliab, son of Helon, with a company as enrolled of 57,400. The total enrollment of the camp of Judah by companies is 186,400. They shall set out first on the march. On the south side shall be the regimental encampment of Reuben by companies. The leader of the Reubenites shall be Elizur, son of Shedeor, with a company as enrolled of 46,500. As those to camp next to him shall be the tribe of Simeon. The leader of the Simeonites shall be Shelumiel, son of Zeresh Shadeh, or Zerai Shadeh, with a company as enrolled of 59,300. Then the tribe of Gad, the leader of the Gadites, shall be Eliasaph, son of Reuel, with a company as enrolled of 45,650. Did I say that right? 45,650, yeah. The total enrollment of the camp of Reuben by companies is 151,450. They shall set out second. The tent of meeting with the camp of the Levites shall set out in the center of the camps. That makes sense. The holy priesthood. Then it says, they shall set out just as they camp, each in position by their regiments. On the west side shall be the regimental encampment of Ephraim by companies. The leader of the leader of the people of Ephraim shall be Eli Shammah, son of Ammihud, with a company as enrolled of 40,500. Next to him shall be the tribe of Manasseh. The leader of the people of Manasseh shall be Gamaliel, son of Pedazur, with a company as enrolled of 32,200. Then the tribe of Benjamin, the leader of the Benjamites shall be Abidan, son of Gideoni, with a company as enrolled of 35,400. The total enrollment of the camp of Ephraim by companies is 108. 108,100. 100. Okay, that's not a lot. Okay, they did call Benjamin the least. Now I get it. Okay, because I remember Saul called his family the least of Israel, and he was the last born. So yeah. Okay. They shall set out third on the march. On the north side shall be the regimental encampment of Dan by companies. The leader of the Danites shall be Ahiezer, or Ahiezer, son of Ammishadai, with a company as enrolled of 62,700. Those two encamp next to him shall be the tribe of Asher, the leader of the Asherites. Okay, shall be Pagael, son of Ochran. Did I say that right? I guess I can say it that way. With a company as enrolled of 41,500. Then the tribe of Naphtali, the leader of the Naphtali, how you say this? Naphtalites. Never had to say that one before. Shall be Ahira, son of Enan, with a company as enrolled of 53,400. The total enrollment of the camp of Dan is 157,600. They shall set out last by companies. This was the enrollment of the Israelites by their ancestral houses. The total enrollment in the camps by their companies was 603,550, just as the Lord had commanded Moses. The Levites were not enrolled among the other Israelites. So from 32, okay. The Israelites did just as the Lord had commanded Moses. They camped by regiments, and they set out the same way, everyone by clans according to ancestral houses. So from 32 to 34, I don't need it. Okay, cool. That was chapter 2. So basically, what I'm doing is just getting what I need and what I don't need. So I don't need 32 to 34 because that's just saying that they did what God said, and you know, that's not God talk. Sounds like so. I just need from verse 1 to 31. That's all God said that I can verify. So, first, chapter 3, the sons of Aaron, Aaron in the Bible. Highlight all this real quick. Highlight it up in the building. At some point, I'm gonna come back and do a. I don't even know how, but I'm supposed. I don't have to. Right. In my mind, I'm supposed to, but it's this thing called the Leviticus report. I gotta come back and do. Whew, so much in Leviticus. Leviticus, love it. It's a trivia question I'm thinking about asking from Leviticus too. I think I forgot what it was. Almost finished with that one. Okay, yeah, I got that one done. All right, chapter 3. All right. It says, this is the lineage of Aaron. And, okay, so it don't start with Moses talking. I mean, God, but later on in that same verse, it's going to say something about God. So this is the lineage of Aaron and Moses at the time when the Lord spoke with Moses on Mount Sinai. So is that past tense? These are the names. Okay, yeah, God ain't talking yet. These are the names of the sons of Aaron: Nadab, the firstborn, and Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. These are the names of the sons of Aaron, the appointed priest, whom he ordained to minister as priests. Nadab and Abihu died. Yeah, I thought two of his sons died before the Lord when they offered unholy fire. Ooh, they call it unholy. I want to get this one. I want that to stand out. I'm gonna just highlight it. Unholy fire. Interesting. How many times have y'all seen this? What color should I? What did you do, blue? What did you do, blue? I thought I just highlighted the blue. Oh, there it is. Okay. Unholy fire. Wow. Okay, so when it actually happened, though, it didn't call it unholy fire. It called it something else. I think it called it strange fire or something like that. Anyway, unholy fire before the Lord in the wilderness of Sinai, and they had no children. Eleazar and Ithamar served as priests in the lifetime of their father Aaron. Okay. The duties of the Levites. Then the Lord, okay, now God started. Verse 5. Okay, it says, then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, bring the tribe of Levi near, and set them before Aaron the priest, so that they may assist him. They shall perform the duties for him and for the whole congregation in front of the tent of meeting, doing service at the tabernacle. They shall be in charge of all the furnishings of the tent of meeting, and attend to the duties for the Israelites as they do service at the tabernacle. You shall give the Levites to Aaron and his descendants. They are unreservedly given to him from among the Israelites. But you shall make a register of Aaron and his descendants. It is they who shall attend to the priesthood, and any outsider who comes near shall be put to death. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, okay, so that was all God. Now it's back to God again. Okay. I Wait, no, they did. That's crazy. Okay, I don't know why they did this, but they got a whole verse and it cuts off. Like, what was the point of making 11 just that? Verse 11. This all it says. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, why? Why not add more? Oh no. Why would you separate a verse like that? I don't know. Anyway, 12. I hereby accept the Levites from among the Israelites as substitutes for all the firstborn that open the womb among the Israelites. The Levites shall be mine. Okay. For all the firstborn are mine. When I killed all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, I consecrated for my own all the firstborn in Israel, both human and animal. They shall be mine. I am the Lord. Okay. The census of the Levites. Now we get the census. Okay, cool. Then the Lord spoke to Moses in the wilderness. So still God talking right here. Of Sinai, saying, enroll the Levites. Okay. Well, I don't gotta highlight that yet, but enroll the Levites by I do want to note this though. So I'm going to get ready to write this down. This is Numbers 3:14. 3:14, boy. Okay. Enroll the Levites by ancestral houses, by clans. You shall enroll every male from a month old and upward. So Moses enrolled them according to the word of the Lord. Okay, so I don't need to. I dropped my pen, my bad. Okay, so from 16, 17 says the following were the sons of the Levi. Did I say that right? The sons of Levi by their names, Gershon, Kohath, my bad, and Merari. I don't think I say that right, but we're going to go with that. These are the names of the sons of Gershon by their clans, Libni and Shimei. The sons of Kohath by their clans, Amram, Ishar, Hebron, and Uzziel. The sons of Merari, now I said it properly, by their clans, Malai and Mushai. These are the clans of the Levites by their ancestral houses. To Gershon belonged the clan of the Libnites and the clan of the Shemaites or Shemites. I'm going to say Shemaites. These were the clans of the Gershonites. Their enrollment, counting all the males from a month old and upward, were 7,500. The clans of the Gershonites were to camp behind the tabernacle on the west, with Eliasaph, son of Lael, as head of the ancestral house of the Gershonites. The responsibility of the sons of Gershon in the tent of meeting was to be the tabernacle. The tent of meeting was to be the tabernacle. Okay. The tent with its covering, the screen for the entrance of the tent of meeting, the hangings of the court. This is detailed. I didn't know, like when I read this the first time, I didn't keep up with this. So this is detailed. The hangings of the court, the screen for the entrance of the court that is around the tabernacle, and the altar and its cords, all the service pertaining to these. To Kohath belonged the clan of the Amramites. There we go. I put an N in there. The clan of the Isharites. Kind of sounds like Israelites, but it's a little different. Isharites, if I didn't say it properly the first time. The clan of the Hebronites and the clan of the Uzzielites. These are the clans of the Kohathites. Counting all males from a month old and upward, there were 1,600 attending to the duties of the sanctuary. The clans of the Kohathites were to camp on the south side of the tabernacle, with Elizaphan, son of Uzziel, as head of the ancestral house of the clan of the Kohathites. Their responsibility was to be the ark, okay, the table, the lampstand, the menorah in the building, the altars, the vessels of the sanctuary with which the priests ministered, and the screen, and well, it don't say and all the service pertaining to these. Eleazar, son of Aaron, the priest, was to be chief over the leaders of the Levites and to have oversight of those who had charge of the sanctuary. To Merari belonged the clan of the Malites and the clan of the Mushites. These are the clans of Merari. Their enrollment, counting all the males from a month old and upward, was 6,200. The head of the ancestral house of the clans of Merari was Zuriel, son of Abihail. Never heard of. They were to camp on the north side of the tabernacle. The responsibility assigned to the sons of Merari was to be the frames of the tabernacle, the bars, the pillars, the bases, and all their accessories, all the service pertaining to these. Also, the pillars of the court all around with their bases and pegs and cords. Those who were to camp in front of the tabernacle on the east, in front of the tent of meeting toward the east, were Moses and Aaron and Aaron's sons, having charge of the rites within the sanctuary. Whatever had to be done for the Israelites and any outsider who came near was to be put to death. The total enrollment of the Levites whom Moses and Aaron enrolled at the commandment of the Lord by their clans, all the males from a month old and upward, was 22,000. Just 22,000? Okay. Well, all right. Now back to God talking. Okay, so it went from what verse did he stop talking? I forget. That's funny. Okay, this is verse 40. All right, wait a minute. All right, let me highlight that. I forgot when he stopped talking. Okay. I think in 16 he stopped talking. Because in 14 it says, Then the Lord spoke to Moses. I know y'all can't see it on the screen, but I'm reading from the book. Spoke to Moses in the wilderness of Sinai, saying, Enroll the Levites by ancestral houses and by clans. You shall enroll every male from a month old and upward. And then in 16 it says, So Moses enrolled them according to the word of the Lord, and blah, 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 blah. And then it goes into the clans and all that. And so he stopped talking in 16 and starts back at 40. All right, let me highlight this. This one right here, it's a little different. So I suppose God is about to stop talking so much, because the previous books was like God was talking almost a whole chapter in every chapter in Leviticus. Like that whole book gonna be highlighted pretty much. Man, I did not know God talked so much. I don't mean it in a bad way, but I mean like I just did not know that he said so much. Okay, so then in verse 40 it says, then the Lord said to Moses, Enroll all the firstborn males of the Israelites from a month old and upward, and count their names. But you shall, I forgot to take my note on the census. Let me go ahead and write that down. 14 through 15. I say Levites. Make sure. Oh, I'm on a different page now. Well, God willing, that's right. Okay. So let me go back to it now. I had to write my little note down that I almost forgot. So I don't even know if I finished all of 40. Maybe. Maybe not. I think we'll be all right. 41. But you shall accept the Levites for me. I am the Lord, as substitutes for all the firstborn among the Israelites and their livestock, and the livestock of the Levites, as substitutes for all the firstborn among the livestock of the Israelites. So Moses enrolled all the firstborn among the Israelites as the Lord commanded him. The total enrollment, all the firstborn males from a month old and upward, counting the number of names, was 22,273. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, okay, so wait a minute. Right there, 40, 42 to 43. Okay. I didn't mean to hit that, my bad. Gotcha. I had to cut 2 verses out because God stopped talking. So, all right, hold on. Let me make this distinction real quick. Boom. If I was reading by myself, I would be doing the same thing. So, and then God starts back talking at 44. Okay, then it says, then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, 45. I mean, they separated. They did it again. Wow. Why? I don't understand. I don't know why they would cut a verse off like that, but that's the second time I've noticed they've done that. 45. And what is this right next to it? What is this? I never click on it. God. Okay. I don't want to. They done pulled up pictures. This. What is this supposed to be? Hopefully they ain't claiming this is God. Oh my goodness. Y'all see this? We ain't gonna say nothing about that. And I guess those was supposed to be the saints that was around him, supposedly. Now they need to take that out. Anyway, let's get back to it. 44. I read on 45. Except I was just curious. I never even hit that before. Oh, and that's Moses. Oh, okay. Except the Levites as substitutes for all the firstborn among the Israelites. I'm gonna be honest with y'all too. I did not know that either. That the Levites was substitutes for all the firstborn among the, like, I didn't know that. Among all the Israelites, I didn't know that. If somebody would have asked me that on a Bible trivia question, I don't think I would have got it right. So anyway, let's see. So this is for the firstborn among the Israelites, and the livestock of the Levites as substitutes for their livestock, and the Levites shall be mine. I am the Lord. As the price of redemption of the 273 of the firstborn of the Israelites, over and above the number of the Levites, you shall accept 5 shekels apiece, reckoning by the shekel of the sanctuary, a shekel of 20 gerahs. Something I learned too. If I'm not mistaken, 20 gerahs equals 1 shekel. I might be wrong, but I think that's how it goes. Then it says, give Aaron and his sons the money by which the excess number of them is redeemed. So Moses took the redemption. Hope. Pause. God stops talking. Let me make sure I'm getting the right verse to cut. Okay. I think 49. Yeah, cut 49. Okay, cool. 49 gets the cut. 49, okay, I see it. I'm just highlighting all this real quick. I'm doing terrible at highlighting, but it's all good. I'm possibly the only one gonna be looking at my Bible, you know. I ain't gotta worry about it. So 49. So Moses took the redemption money from those who were over and above those redeemed by the Levites from the firstborn of the Israelites. He took the money 1,365 shekels, reckoned by the shekel of the sanctuary, and Moses gave the redemption money to Aaron and his sons, according to the word of the Lord, as the Lord had commanded Moses. So I don't need none of that, the rest of that. Chapter 4. God starts talking again in the building. Okay. Um, there is one thing I want to do real quick. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, all that should be highlighted. Yeah. So I'm gonna highlight everything because I gotta do Pacific highlighting in this one. So let me just go back and get to chapter 1. I ain't highlight everything in that one. hmm Is the person who asked me about the Kabbalah still in here? Got a question for you if you still are. What chapter is this? That is one. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. I had to make sure I did it right. I'm like, wait a minute, maybe I messed up. Highlight away. Maybe 17 cuts it off. I think it is a cut. Oh man. I should have been on that one. Oh well. Chapter 4. Here we go. I thought. Okay, here we go. The Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron, saying, they cut it off again. Take a census, another one. Take a census of the Kohathites, separate from the other Levites by their clans and their ancestral houses. So another. I'm making a note. Okay, what verse? 3 maybe. If I read all of 2, we'll go up 3. We'll go 30. From 30 years old up to 50 years old, all who qualify to do work relating to the tent of meeting, the service of the Kohathites relating to the tent of meeting concerns the most holy things. When the camp is to set out, Aaron and his sons shall go in and take down the screening curtain and cover the ark of the covenant with it. Then they shall put on it a covering of fine leather and spread over that a cloth of all of blue. A cloth all of blue. Okay. Scroll down a little bit. Yeah. And shall put its poles in place over the table of the bread of the presence. They shall spread a blue cloth and put on it the plates, the dishes for incense, the bowls, and the flagons for the drink offering. The regular bread also shall be shall be on it. Then they shall spread over them a crimson cloth, and over it with a covering of fine leather, and shall put its poles in place. They shall take a blue cloth and cover the lampstand for the light. With its lamps, its snuffers, its trays, and all the vessels for oil with which it is supplied, and they shall put it with all its utensils in a covering of fine leather, and put it on the carrying frame over the golden altar. They shall spread a blue cloth and cover it with a covering of fine leather, and shall put its poles in place. And they shall take all the utensils of the service that are used in the sanctuary, and put them in a blue cloth, and cover them with a covering of fine leather, and put them on the carrying frame. They shall take away the ashes from the altar, and spread a purple cloth over it, and they shall put on it all the utensils of the altar which are used for the service there, the fire pans, the forks, the shovels, and the basins, all the utensils of the altar, and they shall spread on it a covering of fine leather, and shall put its poles in place. When Aaron and his sons had finished covering the sanctuary and all the furnishings of the sanctuary, as the camp sets out after the Kohathites shall come to carry these, but they must not touch the holy things, or they will die. Interesting. These are the things of the tent of meeting that the Kohathites are to carry. Let's see. Eleazar, son of Aaron. I'm still thinking. Well, anyway, Eleazar, son of Aaron, the priest, shall have charge of the oil for the light, the fragrant incense, the regular grain offering, and the anointing oil, the oversight of all the tabernacle and all that is in it, in the sanctuary and in its utensils. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, okay, so it's a continuation, and they cut it off again. You must not let the tribe of the clans of the Kohathites be destroyed from among the Levites. This is how you must deal with them in order that they may live and not die when they come near to the most holy things. Aaron and his sons shall go in and assign each to a particular task or burden, but the Kohathites must not go in to look on the holy things even for a moment, otherwise they will die. All right. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, so this is a continuation, saying, take us another one. Man, I wonder how many times has this happened. That might be a little study. It's like I kind of hate to do new studies now because I got so many studies going, but just out of curiosity, how many census was it? Like, how many times did this happen? I count 3 already. Wait, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on, I might be wrong. Okay, 3. Yeah, I thought so. So this is 4 though. Dang, it's been 4 already. Yep. Okay, let me note that 21 through 23. I'm gonna just ask the question. That's what I'm gonna do. Should I put it on this page? Yeah, I'm gonna put it. I'll put it right here. Okay, got it. Let me go to another page real quick. It's 9 o'clock. What we an hour in? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm making progress. That's funny. Now, I don't think God stopped talking yet. I don't think. Nah, I think it's been continuation. Verse on 21. Let me go ahead and highlight this. Man, I wish I had like a super big highlighter and I could just highlight huge portions at a time. That would be awesome. We'll have to do it this way. Okay, boom. Okay, I'm caught up. So it says, let me just start at 21 and keep going. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, take a census of the Gershonites also by their ancestral houses and by their clans. From 30 years old up to 50 years old, you shall enroll them, all who qualify to do work in the tent of meeting. This is the service of the clans of the Gergeshites. I mean, Gershonites. Um, and serving and bearing burdens. It reminds me of that movie. I think it was the Gergonites, actually. Small Soldiers. It reminds me of that movie. So let me see. Okay. Okay, 25. They shall carry the curtains of the tabernacle and the tent of meeting with its covering, and the outer covering of fine leather, that is on top of it, and the screen for the entrance of the tent of meeting, and the hangings of the court, and the screen for the entrance of the gate of the court that is around the tabernacle, and the altar, and their cords, and all the equipment for their service. And they shall do all that needs to be done with regard to them. All the service of the Gershonites shall be at the command of Aaron and his sons, in all that they are to carry, and in all that they have to do. And you shall assign to their charge all that they are to carry. This is the service of the clans of the Gershonites relating to the tent of meeting, and their responsibilities are to be under the oversight of Athamar, son of Aaron the priest. As for the Merarites, you shall enroll them by their clans and their ancestral houses from 30 years. Okay, so it didn't say take a census with that one. I wonder, is there a missing word? 29. Let me check. Let me get rid of that. Now I'm going to be a nerd. So I need that one. I'm in Numbers now. Numbers 4:29, I think. And I didn't say anything about a census. What about you? This is the Septuagint. No census, okay. And this one is, what is this one? Oh, the Latin Vulgate. The Douay-Rheims level. Where's my mouse? Oh, it's way over there. No census. Okay. Now I want to look that word up just to see how many times it pops up. All right. No census. From 30 years old up to 50 years old, you shall enroll them, everyone who qualifies to do the work of the tent of meeting. This is what they are. This is what they are charged to carry. As the whole of their service in the tent of meeting, the frames of the tabernacle with its bars, pillars, and bases, and the pillars of the court all around with their bases, pegs, and cords, with all their equipment and all their related service. And you shall assign by name the objects that they are required to carry. This is the service of the clans of the Merarites, the whole of the service relating to the tent of meeting under the hand of Ithamar, son of Aaron the priest. Oh, another one? Maybe. So Moses and Aaron, okay, God ain't talking no more. Okay, 34. We got a cut. I'm highlighting all of that. Try to do it the fast way. There we go. 34 cuts off, right? Yeah. Okay. So Moses and Aaron and the leaders of the congregation enrolled the Kohathites by their clans and their ancestral houses from 30 years old up to 50 years old. Everyone who qualified for the work relating to the tent of meeting and their enrollment by clans was 2,750. Yeah, it just said 2,000. Okay. This was the enrollment of the clans of the Kohathites, all who served at the tent of meeting, whom Moses and Aaron enrolled according to the commandment of the Lord by Moses. The enrollment of the Gershonites by their clans and their ancestral houses from 30 years up to 50 years old, if I said that right. If I didn't, from 30 years old up to 50 years old, everyone who qualified for work relating to the tent of meeting, their enrollment by their clans and their ancestral houses was 2,630. This was the enrollment of the clans of the Gershonites, all who served at the tent of meeting, whom Moses and Aaron enrolled according to the commandment of the Lord. The enrollment of the clans of the Merarites by their clans and their ancestral houses from 30 years old up to 50 years old, everyone who qualified for the work relating to the tent of meeting, their enrollment by their clans was 3,200. This is the enrollment of the clans of the Merarites, whom Moses and Aaron enrolled according to the commandment of the Lord Moses, by Moses. I just said the Lord Moses. Oh goodness, I left out that word by. My bad. Dennis. Some people probably do call Moses the Lord. Okay, anyway, 46 says, all those who were, still laughing at that, all those who were enrolled of the Levites, whom Moses and Aaron, hold on, let me straighten up. All those who were enrolled of the Levites, whom Moses and Aaron and the leaders of Israel enrolled by their clans and ancestral houses from 30 years old up to 50 years old, everyone who qualified to do the work of the service and the work of bearing burdens relating to the tent of meeting. Their enrollment was 8,580. According to the commandment of the Lord through Moses, they were appointed to their several tasks of serving or carrying. Thus they were enrolled by him as the Lord commanded Moses. I find it interesting though that there was no census of one of those. Who was it? There was no census for them. It was a census for like everybody else. The Kohathites, the Levites, I think even me. Oh man, I can't remember. Maybe there's something missing there. I don't know. I can't prove it. But oh well. Chapter 5, unclean again. Okay, so God stops talking up until chapter 5 and starts back. Okay, we're going into unclean again. So this one says, the Lord spoke to Moses saying, command, excuse me, command the Israelites to put out of the camp everyone who is leprous. Or, what is this word? What is that? A term for several skin diseases. Okay. Okay, put out or has a discharge, because they both unclean. Then it says, and everyone who is unclean through contact with a corpse, you shall put out both male and female, putting them outside the camp. They must not defile their camp. Interesting. I gotta get that. I'm gonna get this in another color though. Should I do green, blue, purple, purple? I want purple. Yeah, we're gonna do that one. Yeah, we're gonna do that one. So this is chapter 5. Chapter 5, 1 through 3. Okay, 1 through. Let me read the rest of 3 though. After it says, they must not defile their camp, where I dwell among them. The Israelites did so. Okay, God stops talking right there. Putting them outside the camp as the Lord had spoken to Moses. So the Israelites did. So it was people at this time having leprosy already. Sounds like. Maybe. Can't confirm it, but it sounds like it. Or at least when the time came. Okay, we'll go with that. So 1 through 3. Okay. I like this. Oh, and 5, he's talking again. Okay. Y'all can't see it, but I can. In my book, in my little book, you know what I mean? Dude, well, y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all what my thoughts was. Okay. So lately I was thinking about like if these still apply, like if these laws still apply, it would be crazy because right now I'm not saying that they don't apply either, because I've been debating do they apply, but like it'd be crazy now, or it is crazy now because people work while they're on their period and they're unclean. Like it's a lot of women that work on their period and they're unclean, and people who have skin diseases could be leprosy, and they working, and they everything they touch and sit on becomes unclean, and anybody that touch them or they become unclean too. So it's a lot of uncleanness going on all throughout at least USA, or at least my state, where I live. I know that's going on. A lot of people don't know about these unclean laws and the ways that things can become unclean. And I know things it's just so unclean. Like the stuff I've been reading about the unclean laws is a trip. It's a lot of uncleanness here. So, verse 5, it says, the Lord spoke to Moses saying, speak. Never mind, I ain't even gonna say that. Speak to the. Oh yeah, y'all can't see it. I'm reading from my book. I forgot. Speak to the Israelites. When a man or a woman wrongs another, breaking faith with the Lord, that person incurs guilt and shall confess the sin that has been committed. So this is one of the first times I've seen where they had to confess their sins. I know the New Testament talks about it, but from the Old, this is one of the first times I've seen it. The person shall make full restitution for the wrong, adding 1/5 to it, and giving it to the one who was wronged. If the injured party has no next of kin to whom restitution may be made for the wrong, the restitution for wrong shall go to the Lord for the priest, in addition to the ram of atonement with which atonement is made for the guilty party. Along, I'm sorry, among all the, that was verse 8 too, by the way. Among all the sacred donations of the Israelites, every gift that they bring to the priest shall be his. The sacred donations of all are their own. Whatever anyone gives to the priest shall be his. And then God is still talking. So 5 on down to 11. I want to check 8 though. And it's probably not going to say it, but we're going to see. Read chapter 5. Septuagint, I believe. Nope, this is the Latin Vulgate. What was it, 8? I'm looking for without blemish with the ram. It says, besides the ram that is offered for an expiation. Nah, I didn't say that it was without blemish. And now, what do you say? Septuagint. Right. The restitution belongs to along with the ram. It doesn't say without blemish either. What do you say? Samaritan Pentateuch. What do you say? Oh, I was reading 7. I was reading the wrong one. No. No without blemish there. Okay. 11. The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, speak to the Israelites and say to them, if any man's wife goes astray and is unfaithful to him, if a man has had intercourse, let me slow down. If any man's wife goes astray and is unfaithful to him, if a man has had intercourse with her, but it is hidden from her husband, so that she is undetected, though she had defiled herself, and there is no witness against her, since she was not caught in the act. If a spirit of jealousy comes on him, and he is jealous, oh goodness, and he is jealous of his wife who has defiled herself, or if a spirit of jealousy comes on him, and he is jealous of his wife, though she has not defiled herself, I do remember this too, then the man shall bring his wife to the priest, and he shall bring the offering required for her, 1/10 of an ephah of barley flour. He shall pour no oil on it, and put no frankincense on it, for it is a grain offering of jealousy, a grain offering of remembrance, bringing iniquity to remembrance. Then the priest shall bring her near and set her before the Lord. The priest shall take holy water in an earthen vessel and take some of the dust that is on the floor of the tabernacle and put it into the water. The priest shall set the woman before the Lord, dishevel the woman's hair. Okay, that's a new detail that I don't remember before. Wow. Okay, dishevel the woman's hair, and place in her hands the grain offering of remembrance, which is the grain offering of jealousy. In his own hand, the priest shall have the water of bitterness that brings the curse. Is that the same word for oath right there? I think. Arar, curse. Bless. This might be what I was looking for. Chiefly an exclamation. This cursed woman. Okay, that brings the curse. Then the priest shall make her take an oath, saying, if no man has lain with you, if you have not turned aside to uncleanness while under your husband's authority, be immune. Wow. To this water. Let me scroll down. Oh, I accidentally hit something. I didn't mean to. Okay, let's scroll down. be immune to this water of bitterness that brings the curse. But if you have gone astray while under your husband's authority, if you have defiled yourself and some man other than your husband has had intercourse with you, let the priest make the woman, let the priest make the woman take the oath. Now, what word is there for oath right here? Okay, this is, I ain't even gonna try to say that. Okay, gotcha. Okay, let the priest make the woman take the oath of the curse and say to the woman, the Lord make you an execration and an oath among your people. When the Lord makes your uterus drop, your womb discharge, uh, she's going to be unclean, sounds like. Now, now may this water that brings the curse enter your bowels and make your womb discharge, your uterus drop, and the woman shall say, so be it, so be it. Then the priest shall put these curses in writing and wash them off into the water of bitterness. He shall make the woman drink the water of bitterness that brings the curse, and the water that brings the curse shall enter her and cause bitter pain. The priest shall take the grain offering of jealousy out of the woman's hand and shall elevate the grain offering before the Lord and bring it to the altar. Okay, so wait a minute. What's it? I think 23 is the cut. I don't think God is talking to 23. I don't think. I don't know. I don't know for sure. Let me see. I think I was on 25. Then the priest shall take the grain offering of jealousy out of the woman's hand and shall elevate the grain offering before the Lord and bring it to the altar. And the priest shall take a handful of the grain offering as his memorial portion and turn it into smoke on the altar. And afterward shall make the woman drink the water. When he has made her drink the water, then if she has defiled herself and has been unfaithful to her husband, the water that brings the curse shall enter into her and cause bitter pain, and her womb shall discharge. Her uterus drop, and the woman shall become an execration among her people. But if the woman has not defiled herself and is clean, then she shall be immune and be able to conceive children. Oh, interesting. This is the law. So I guess all that was God talking. This is the law in cases of jealousy when a wife, while under her husband's authority, goes astray and defiles herself, or when, okay. Or when the spirit of jealousy comes on a man and he is jealous of his wife, then he shall set the woman before the Lord, and the priest shall apply this entire law to her. The man, so do I need, we'll keep that in mind. The man shall be free from iniquity, but the woman shall bear her iniquity. And that's all right. Oh, man. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe all of that was God? It's hard to say when he stopped talking on that one. To be safe, maybe I should just get the whole thing, or at least up until 29. Yeah, I think that'll work. I'm hungry too. I know this finna be over. I know this. I know this finna be over. I'm finna be in the kitchen. Yeah, man. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Okay, right there it says now may this water that brings to blah. And I wonder if it cuts at 22. I don't know. I don't think so. I'll just get all of it up until 29. Yeah, we'll go with that. It is hard to tell. It is hard to tell. And then in chapter 6, God starts talking again. Let me read 29 real quick. This is the law in cases of jealousy when a wife, while under her husband's authority, goes astray and defiles herself. Yeah, I don't think 29 through 31 applies. Okay. All right, I'm gonna stop right there. I'm gonna come back and do 6 on to whatever I get to the next time. I guess we want to eat. What time is it? 9:32. That was good. That was good. I didn't find any. What you call it? Bonuses. So chapter 1. I think there was a cutoff in chapter 1. Ooh, that's a lot to go back to. 4. I was almost there. We're just gonna stay right here. Just gonna stay right there. So simple. All right, I'm out of here.